What's up, guys? John from Viminal here, and today I have an interesting conversation hack script thing that I stumbled upon last week for networking and meeting people at local shows. So I kind of hate this term networking because it tends to be very transactional, robotic. It's not really human to me. It's like, I want something from you, so how do I just say the right things to get what I want? It's not really, like I said, it doesn't really feel human. So I tend to not look at things in that way, but the reality is that meeting people, building connections, having relationships is resourceful pretty much no matter what you're doing. So you're going to have to do it. I'm doing it. And I generally am pretty comfortable with it. I think it's actually totally fine, especially in the metal scene. People are super friendly usually. It's totally fine to just walk up to someone and go, "What the fuck is up, man? I'm fucking whatever fuck my name is." And people are usually pretty cool about it. I mean, some easy ways to do it would be, "Hey, that shirt, whatever," like if they're wearing a band shirt, like, "Oh, I love that band." And you start talking about that, or, asking how they're enjoying the show that you're at, whatever. But this is a script or a hack that you can use to meet literally anyone at any local show. So first I'm going to tell you the story of how I figured this out. So I went to a show last week at the Viper Room, and I get there and I'm sort of leaning against the wall, watching the band play, and there's just this guy kind of just walking around like this, very, very angry looking, and he's just, he's got this like snarled up face, and he keeps looking at me, and I'm like, what does this guy want? He just keeps looking away and then looking back at me. And I'm sitting there, and then finally he comes up to me and gets really close, and he goes, "What was your name again?" And I'm like, "We haven't met." And he goes, "Oh, okay. Well, I'm whatever." And I'm like, "Yeah, cool, man. I'm John. What are you up to?" He's like, "Oh, my band's playing later." Anyway, he ended up being a super cool guy. But the point is at first I was like, that was kind of a weird conversation starter. And then it occurred to me, this is actually an interesting or easy way to meet pretty much anyone at a local show. Like I said, I think it's pretty easy anyway, but maybe you're not as comfortable as I am talking to strangers. I don't know. And I think this actually could work. So I tested it that night. Went up to a couple random people. Sometimes you just see someone at a show and you're like, maybe that guy plays a cool instrument, or not a cool instrument. Maybe that guy's cool, or maybe that guy plays an instrument, or maybe that guy or girl, whatever, knows somebody in the scene. Maybe that would be a good resourceful relationship to have. So I tested it. Went up to a few random people and I basically just asked them if we had met before. So here's the script. Walk up, eye contact, be confident and relaxed. Obviously, if you're nervous, it's going to be a little more weird. If the person is engaged in a conversation, all you have to do is say, "Hey man, sorry for interrupting your conversation, but," and then you say, "Have we met before? You look really familiar to me." Like, that's it. That is sufficient. Now, if you are networking for a particular purpose, you can follow up with a question about the thing you're specifically interested in. So let's say you're trying to meet bandmates. The way to do this very efficiently, or one way to do this very efficiently, is to walk up to someone and say, "Hey man, sorry to interrupt your conversation. You just look really familiar to me. I'm trying to figure out if we met before. Do you play in a band? Maybe I saw your band play." The reason that's effective is that you're actually asking them about the thing that you are interested in. So if they say, "Oh yeah, I play drums in whatever band," you've cut to the point that you are interested in for networking purposes. You could get to that in a more organic way through a regular conversation. Obviously, it's not that hard to say, to just be talking to somebody and say, "Oh, cool, so, do you play in a band? Do you play an instrument?" It's not that hard. But for efficiency's sake, this gets to the point right away. In less than 10 seconds, you have figured out what it is you want. So let's say you're interested in meeting promoters or booking people. Walk up to someone, "Hey man, sorry, you look just super familiar to me. Are you a promoter? Maybe I've seen you at a show before." That's it. yes, they say yes or no, and you've gotten to the point right away. Now, feel free to keep talking to that person. In my opinion, you should be as nice as possible to everyone and just be organic with sharing your interests and being interested in other people. I mean, they do say, this is a phrase I hear, and I think it's pretty true, is that the way to be interesting to other people is to be interested in them. Anyway, that's the script. Walk up, be friendly and confident, apologize, not profusely, just briefly if you're interrupting a conversation, and then say, you look familiar to me, have we met at a show before? And as an optional component, you can ask in follow-up, or at the tail end of that, do you X, whatever it is you're interested in meeting someone for. All right, that's all I have today. Thanks for watching. If you liked what I'm doing, click the like button. If you want to see more of what we're doing, please subscribe. If you want to support the band, check out our music. The Bandcamp link is in the description, and all of our social media is there as well. Thank you for your time, and I will see you in the next video.